So my name is Andre Maya. I am the Senior Brazil Member Services Director for doTERRA. And my responsibilities is to ensure that we're providing excellent customer service, that our members, we call them members, our partners, our members, our customers have all of the support that they need to be successful, to utilize our products. We have wellness advocates that help distribute our products and get the word out. We also have just regular customers that buy our products. So the way they're taken care of, the way we resolve their issues, the way we provide an effortless experience for them is essential. And that's my job, to ensure that we're doing that effectively.
My role at doTERRA right now is I'm a project auditor, and I work with the information team, specifically with customer service.
Brazil is a complex market, right? It's a lot of red tape, a lot of bureaucracy. The laws are complex, so it's easy to make mistakes, and there's a lot of different requirements that we have to ensure that we're complying with. So we needed a tool that allowed us to be consistent and to follow these sometimes complex processes in a way that we wouldn't make mistakes, that we wouldn't skip anything, and we needed to be consistent across the board. We service all kinds of members, all kinds of products with different types of incentives and programs. So there's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot of different processes that an agent, a call center agent, for example, needs to utilize and follow. Obviously, we had a knowledge base, but think about the time that it took somebody to find that information. Think about all of the steps that they needed to take. There's a lot of buts, ifs, depending on the situation. So that was the main reason why we looked for Zingtree. So when we place orders, when one of our customers places an order, and in Brazil, there are laws that protect our customers if they change their mind, if they want to cancel an order. So there are specific laws that govern that we have to be very, very good at. But at the same time, we need to ensure that we know exactly where that order is, if it was already put together, if it's in the shipping process, how do we bring that back? Should we have the customer receive the order first and then send it back? Can we block that order with a carrier, for example, right? So that's just one of the big examples that really made it difficult. Do we need to send a return label, right? So there's a lot of moving parts, and if we don't manage that correctly, then we have some legal issues potentially as well, right?
And on one pain point that I noticed that it's like from the side of the agent is that with the CX integration, CX action, we are like allowing the agent to stick with one system, only with Zingtree, and they don't need to open a lot of tabs and a lot of systems.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point. So for example, with the shipping issues, they had to go to maybe 10 different sites, different places to look, then go back. Zingtree has allowed us to just keep it all in one place, so it has reduced our average handle time tremendously. So a member has 7 business days to cancel an order after it's delivered, right? So that's one option that they have. So there are specific fines that we get if we don't resolve that issue correctly. Brazil has a pretty interesting system that I actually enjoy as a customer. We have something called Reclame Aqui, which allows the customer to go to this public site and expose their negative experience and how we've made a mistake and how we've broken the law. And most Brazilians, the great majority of Brazilians, before they do business with anyone, they go into the site to make sure that they understand who the business is, how they resolve issues, what past issues have they had, did they fix it? So we want to make sure that we're executing flawlessly in these processes so that we're not exposed publicly, which is the worst that it could be, obviously legally as well, because there's some costs and there's definitely some issues there, but publicly we could ruin our reputation, and that ruins everything for us. So our reputation is everything. Obviously, we had a knowledge base. We had our internal system, which is called data tracks from info tracks, that we needed to ensure that.
Where we have like member information.
Yep.
And we have also the logistic in Brazil that we call IntelliPost that connects all the information and the logistic about the orders.
Yeah. So think about carriers, IntelliPost that does kind of that in between, our internal sites, our knowledge base, a lot of information in different places that agents would have to jump back and forth, and so there was a lot of room for errors. We actually measure that. We did a survey, and our agents' experience has improved tremendously. So yeah, they love it. Think about it. What took them 20 clicks now maybe 4 or 5, where they have to jump back and forth and maybe.
You don't need to think, and they don't need to think. It's
Yeah.
like just click.
It's intuitive.
It's self-guide and intuitive.
So they love it. So it's for their experience, which again, we always believe that employee experience mirrors customer experience. So because now they feel more empowered, they feel like they can get to the answer, they can resolve issues quicker, faster, more assertive. So they love it. We've seen huge improvements in employee experience as well.
And we have like something that it was interesting that the process is sped up so much that the agent were concerned if the process was right or not. Was funny.
Yeah. In the beginning, they would call and say, "Are you sure this is the right information? Should I backtrack and do this manually?" We're like, "Trust the process. If the information is that everything's good." It was almost too good to be true for them.
We have like a specific results from the last one, that the return label, that we moved from 23 clicks to 5 clicks, and we improved the process, the whole process to make like a return label from almost 2 minutes for right now we have like 10 seconds. The whole process is 10 seconds.
So we've seen a reduction in average handle time. We've seen an elimination of the need to escalate issues. So where I needed before a big team of senior agents, I've been able to reduce that tremendously. So there's huge cost savings for the company. It empowers the agent to resolve the issue without having to escalate it to people with different access or more experience.
Less mistakes and errors too.
Less mistakes, first time resolution, which again, one of the measures that we look at, one of the metrics that we look at very closely now is the percentage to contacts to orders. So if we can resolve that issue in the first call without making mistakes, without having the member having to call back or the agent potentially making mistakes, that reduces cost tremendously as well. Customer experience has improved, so our NPS scores have improved. So reduction in agent escalations, 100%. There is no need to escalate it now because again, the tool is able to find that information and provide that information immediately. So we've been able to reduce specifically on those areas where we've implemented 100%. Would you agree?
Yeah.
Yep. Elimination for the need of tickets, which again is very frustrating for a customer when they have to call and they have to say, well, I have to open up this ticket and it's going to go to this department and this department is going to review it. They're going to get back to you in 48 hours. So we've been able to eliminate tickets, which again, as a customer, man, that's massive, right?
And the workload too, now.
Yep, reduction in workload. So we've eliminated the need for tickets, 100%. That's massive. 20% in reduction of average handle time. I'm talking about from the total, from everything, even the other areas that we don't use Zingtree yet. But so we've seen a 20% decrease in average handle time, which is massive savings as well. We've seen a reduction in the need of people for quality assurance, and training has become simpler. Training has become smoother, where we can take that time where we used to have to train and recite and do all of that. Now we can focus on some other areas and use that time more wisely.
Yeah, it's the same. It's for agents. We're still like using internally but we have plans to put like externally to be able to the member to go and use the Zingtree and try to, okay, I want to do like a return label. I can create my own return label and the member doesn't need to call us.
Yeah, self-service is great. Obviously, there are contacts that we do like to receive, and the member likes to talk to somebody. For example, if they have questions about products and they want to talk about how to use those products, or if somebody wants to cancel their loyalty program, obviously we want to have a conversation with those people and actually help them see the value so that they don't cancel it. But we have plenty of contacts that the member doesn't want to talk to us about, and that we don't want to receive that contact either. So if we could use these tools to help customers self-service in these areas where it's 24/7, right? They're going to have that access to that information and resolution. It would be amazing. And I think that's where we're heading next. That's the goal. Yeah. So definitely we talked about the self-service piece for our customers, right? That customers love self-service, especially when it's basic information that they need, readily available 24/7. So that's something that we really want to explore, is our ability now to use these tools directly with our customers, right? And eliminating the need for us to have agents do that for them. Obviously, there's specific interactions we still want to have agents involved in, but there are plenty of demand from our customers that they would love to have that in a self-service area.
Yeah, especially when time is money and we need to save time and we need to respect the time of our members. I thought that this is going to be like a huge step for them.
No, I think that the last thing I would add is I think the partnership is important for us in helping us see what we don't see. We're extremely open to ideas, to innovate. So again, we appreciate the partnership that challenges us, that wrestles with us a little bit to maybe see things a little bit different or provide solutions that we didn't even think could be done, right? So we really appreciate how you guys have worked with us, obviously showing empathy for some of the struggles and difficulties we have, but also showing a lot of effort in helping us implement the right solutions. If sometimes we're passionate about one path and you guys have helped us many ways see another path to consider. So those things I think we value a lot.